All right, let's get into it. Number 8. The candy that was never sweet. Imagine this. You're 6 years old and someone offers you candy, but every time you reach for it, they pull it back. Sometimes they laugh, sometimes they yell, sometimes they say, "You don't deserve it." Now jump ahead 20 years. You're still chasing that same candy. The only difference? It's not candy anymore. It's alcohol, nicotine, scrolling, dopamine, anything that gives your brain even a second of relief. Here's what most people miss. Childhood trauma doesn't just make you sad, it rewires how your brain experiences reward. When you grow up in chaos, your brain learns that comfort can disappear anytime, so it starts chasing relief like survival. Even when something good happens, there's a quiet voice saying, "Don't trust this." Scientists call this dysregulated reward circuitry. In simple words, your brain stops trusting joy. You stop trusting safety. So instead of enjoying life naturally, you need proof that feeling good is allowed. A drink, a pill, a relationship, even food. This isn't weakness, it's biology. Addiction, for many people, is just the brain still trying to finally get the candy it was promised as a kid. Number 7. Cortisol kindergarten. Your first teacher wasn't a school teacher. It was cortisol, the stress hormone. If your childhood was full of yelling, unpredictability, or constantly guessing your parents' mood, your body grew up soaked in stress. That kind of childhood keeps your fear system switched on all the time. So you grow up alert, jumpy, always expecting something bad. Then one day, you find something that quiets everything down. Weed, gaming, sugar, gambling, whatever works. For the first time, your body relaxes and thinks, "Finally, peace." But slowly, the thing that brings relief starts controlling you. That's why so many trauma survivors say, "I just wanted to feel normal." When you've lived on high alert, calm doesn't feel safe, it feels suspicious. This isn't a moral failure, it's your body teaching itself emotional regulation when nobody else did. It's your nervous system saying, "If no one showed me safety, I'll create it myself." Number 6. The dopamine loan shark. A traumatized brain becomes careful with dopamine. It treats happiness like a risky deal. Growing up around chaos teaches your brain that good feelings always come with consequences. So instead of steady pleasure, you get long emptiness followed by intense highs. Addiction doesn't create dopamine, it borrows it from your future. You feel good now and crash later. Over time, simple joy stops working. A sunny day isn't enough. You need intensity. And when that intensity fades, your brain panics and goes back for more. Trauma didn't just make you anxious, it taught your brain to mistrust happiness. Addiction just became the middleman. Number 5. The ghosts of emotional neglect. Not all trauma is loud. Some of it is quiet. If you grew up in a home where your feelings were ignored, you learned early that you only mattered when you were useful or entertaining. That belief doesn't disappear. As an adult, it turns into addiction, not just to substances, but to people, validation, drama, and overworking. Emotional neglect doesn't hit you, it erases you. And your nervous system tries to fill that emptiness however it can, scrolling endlessly, drinking, love-bombing, or binge-watching shows late at night just to avoid feeling alone. People say addicts want to escape. What they're really escaping is the pain of being unseen. Your brain doesn't crave the drug, it craves connection. Number 4. The good kid time bomb. You know the kid who always did everything right? Straight A's, no trouble, always responsible? There's a good chance that kid was falling apart inside. Trauma forces kids to grow up too fast. Being good becomes how they stay safe, but the cost is emotional shutdown. So when they become adults, everything they buried starts coming out. Anxiety, anger, exhaustion, grief. Substances feel appealing because they don't judge, they don't demand perfection.
That kid didn't grow up weak, they grew up strong for too long. Number 3. The shame vortex. Trauma teaches self-blame. If you were shamed or ignored, you learned to believe you were the problem. That belief becomes an inner voice saying, "You're not enough." Then you find something that quiets that voice, but when it wears off, the shame comes back louder, so you use again just to silence it. Shame creates addiction. Addiction feeds shame. And the truth is, that shame was never yours. Trauma just taught you to carry it. Number 2. The memory landmine effect. Trauma lives in the body. A smell, a sound, a song can suddenly bring everything back. Your nervous system reacts like it's happening now. Addiction becomes the fastest mute button. It numbs the memories, but blocks healing. It's like silencing a smoke alarm instead of putting out the fire. Things get quieter, but the danger stays. Healing feels uncomfortable because it finally lets those memories move instead of staying stuck. Number 1. The healing rebellion. Healing is rebellion. Trauma taught you not to trust, not to feel, not to hope. Healing says, "I'm trying anyway." Addiction isn't weakness, it's survival taken too far. Recovery isn't about becoming someone new, it's about learning how to feel good without escaping first. It's about remembering who you were before the world convinced you to forget. That's it for today. If this hit home, stick around. I'll be making more videos like this.